This is the Precision Sim Engineering GPX, and as good as it looks in these images, it's hard to convey just how beautiful this thing is. But this is no show pony, it's got some serious performance on tap as well. And I guess serious is as good a word as any to describe this wheel. Precision Sim Engineering have been producing high-end wheels for professional simulator use for a number of years, but more recently they've begun to make their products available to the general public. As interest in sim racing has exploded over the past few years, the demand for quality gear has risen in kind, and equipment that may once have been the sole preserve of those operating professional simulators is now increasingly common among sim racing enthusiasts and Formula One drivers. Simon from Precision Sim Engineering was kind enough to lend me this wheel to make the RSS Formula Hybrid video I released earlier in the week, but while I had it available to me, I thought it would be a great opportunity to put the wheel through its paces and to give you guys an idea just how much attention to detail goes into producing a professional grade simulator wheel. Let's start with some specifications. The main body of the wheel is aerospace grade aluminium that's been machined as a single piece. The polyurethane hand grips are then injection molded over the top, ensuring an incredibly sturdy assembly. The buttons and encoder are, well, as you would expect, absolutely top quality, with beautifully machined button caps and knobs respectively. This is paired with a clear and bright display and a number of LEDs that are configurable through the FanLED software. On the back of the wheel, you'll find a pair of heavy-duty shifters and, on this example, a pair of Asher racing clutch paddles. That all sounds great, but what's it actually like? The first time I picked up the wheel, it was immediately obvious that a lot of work has gone into the ergonomics of the design. And Simon confirmed that they've worked with Darren Turner's base performance simulators to develop a design that would meet the demands of real-world racing drivers who, let's be honest, are far more discerning about such things than us casual sim racer types. This thing is incredibly comfortable in the hand, and I'm told it's been designed to suit a wide variety of hand sizes as well. Moving on to the controls, and similar attention has been paid to the function and tactile response of every part. The shifters are what I can only describe as industrial. They have an affirmative response that's oddly reminiscent of a trigger, and I'm pretty confident in saying there's literally zero chance of misshifting. I'm a fan of magnetic shifters in general, but these are on another level. The same quality of tactile and affirmative operation is evident in the Swiss-made rotary encoders, which have a firm detent but are sufficiently free to be moved when wearing gloves, and of course the same goes for the push buttons. At the heart of the wheel is the display, which has 3 modes that are designed to accommodate the requirements of modern F1 cars, Le Mans prototypes and GT3 cars respectively. While there is common information across all screens such as lap, position, lap time and delta, the real value in these pages is in the car-specific data, particularly with respect to the complex electrical systems of modern racing cars. Anyone that's used something like Z1 or SimHub will know that telemetry data that's made available varies from sim to sim, and most cover the basics very well. But if you want the full kitchen sink, then iRacing is the sim of choice, and the McLaren MP430 and LMP cars provide lots of real-time information about the various states of the hybrid systems and the myriad changes you can make to things like the diff, engine maps and brake bias. There's one word that I'd use to describe the design process for this wheel, and that's uncompromising. Simon set out with the goal of creating a wheel that uses the absolute best parts throughout. There's not a hint of compromise to aid in mass manufacture, or dare I say it, to design down to a price. No, this is a product that has only one goal, and that's to be the absolute best. And that leads me on to my next point, which is to talk about the price and, more importantly, the value proposition. Honestly, I'd rather not cover this here, but I know the cost of the wheel is going to feature heavily in the comments section, so I figure it's best to address it here first. This is a top-spec professional wheel, manufactured in small numbers with premium components, and as such, there is a premium price attached. These wheels start at £2,400, and whichever way you look at it, that's a lot of money. But, in my opinion, value is a much more useful proposition to quantify than price. This is a wheel that's designed for professional use, in simulators that may be running all day, every day, and they form a critical link between the driver and the simulator. Therefore, uptime is everything. Paying a premium for dependable professional equipment in that sort of environment is an absolute no-brainer. And of course, the cost of the wheel will be a tiny percentage of the overall equipment outlay in any case. However, if you're a hobbyist, then the value proposition will vary depending on so many different factors. So much so that it's probably not worth going into here. Either you're happy to spend that sort of money on your hobbies or you're not. It's as simple as that. The GPX is, without shadow of a doubt, the best sim racing wheel I've ever had the chance to use. Though with the uncompromising nature of the design, materials, components, construction and finishing, perhaps that's not so much of a surprise. If you're interested in taking a look at the GPX wheel and the other rims in the Precision Sim Engineering lineup, then I've included a link to their website in the video description. I'm told they plan on expanding their range to include more wireless options and a series of standalone dash displays in the near future. So that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then it would be great if you could hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you can see more content like this in the future. So all that's left to say is goodbye, thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.